What's going on, everybody? It's Josh Gaming here. Today we're going to be taking a hands-on look at the Crash Bandicoot and Dr. Cortex figures from Imports Dragon. I love these figures so much, and I've not seen anybody really make a video on these. These are extremely hard to find and are not available as of this video in the United States. They are currently only available, from what I've seen, in Canada at GameStops, and even there, they're ridiculously hard to find. So if you see these, pick them up definitely. Taking a look at the packaging first, you'll see we have Crash Bandicoot from Crash 4 up here in the corner. It's Wave 1, so that kind of indicates that there hopefully will be a Wave 2 with even more characters. Looking at the front of the box, we have a silhouette of Crash and Aku Aku there. Something that I will note that did not that I did not save is the little thing in the corner, and that actually had artwork of Crash from Crash Insane Trilogy. So that's kind of interesting that they are using both logos and things. Moving on, let's take a look at the figures on the back of the box. We've got Crash with Aku Aku. We got Retro Crash here with Ika Ika. Biker Crash with Akano. Coco with Kapunawa. And Cortex with Uka Uka. And this is for Wave 1. Great lineup here. I really hope they come out with more, and I really hope they come to the US, because I would love to see Dingodile and Tawna, maybe Oxide and Engine, Entropy, Embryo. The possibilities are endless, and I would love to see more Crash characters get figures. Moving on to the figures themselves. Taking a look at Crash first, let's look at the accessories. Here we have Aku Aku. This figure looks great. I absolutely love the paint detail on him. The paint is fantastic. On the back here, you can see 2021 Activision Publishing, and it is made by Head Start, which I'm thinking that they are probably the ones who actually made these figures, and that Imports Dragons maybe is the publisher, maybe. I'm not entirely sure, but he looks fantastic. I love the sculpting. I love the paint, and he comes with this nifty little stand, and he can completely come off of here. Check that out. So if you want him to be floating around and stuff, you can. It's really cool. And then you can just pop him back in here. Moving on to the actual Crash figure himself. His sculpt is fantastic. His face looks great. The paint detailing, the eyes, they even have the one eye is bigger than the other one, which is a staple of Crash from Insane and Crash 4. It looks great. His nose is a nice brownish red color. And the texturing and everything is really nice on this figure. There's a few paint marks here and there. It's not perfect, but it's really well done. On the bottom of his feet, he has pegs if you had a display stand and wanted to have him stand up. And they even went so far as to include the foot pattern thing that he's got on his shoes in the actual game, which that is nice attention to detail. I was not expecting that. As well as on his hands, he has these amazing textures on his gloves. They really put a lot of attention to detail on this figure. Moving on to articulation. Crash, it looks like Crash's head would move, but mine is super stiff and I don't want to break it. So if it is movable, I can't do it. I'm assuming it's not. He has articulation in the shoulders, and they can go up to about there. He's got articulation in the elbows and also in the hands. He is not super articulated just because of the way his triangle-shaped body is. This is about as far in as it'll go. He cannot put his hands down to his sides just because of the sculpting. But still, it's a pretty good range of motion there. He has waist articulation. His legs go forward a little bit. Again, because of the sculpt, you are a bit limited on articulation, so don't expect to be doing a ton of poses with this figure if you're going to display him. And he does have articulation in the knee. Sadly, no foot articulation. That is completely connected to his feet. So, but yeah, there is a good amount of limit on the posability of this figure, but I still love it. It is a really nice figure. Crash looks fantastic. And he actually scales really well with the Jakks Pacific Super Mario and Sonic the Hedgehog figures. I'll be showing those in a minute. But for now, let's move him off to the side, and we're going to bring in Dr. Cortex and his accessories. Dr. Cortex, of course, comes with Uka Uka, and Uka Uka looks great. I really love what they did with him. Again, great paint, great details, and his bones are attached to his actual head sculpt, which is nice. There's no chance of losing them, like the old Resource figures. On the back, of course, Activision Publishing 2021, and like Aku Aku, he can come off of his stand, and you can have him float freely and hold him around and move him however you want. Very cool. Moving on to Cortex. I love the sculpt on this figure. It is fantastic. There's so much attention to detail. It looks like it was completely ripped straight out of Crash 4. They did an amazing job. His hair is a nice, like, I want to say like matte black color, and it looks really nice. It has a bit of a shine to it, and the plastic for his head is great. It gives off that shiny, reflective, kind of like you would see on a bald person's head. The face looks pretty good. My only complaint is this red lipstick mouth that they decided to give him. I feel like it would have looked better without just having him have a lower lip there. At some angles, it looks like he's smiling, but really, if you can just kind of look, there's no smile. It's just red lipstick that they painted on him to make him look like he's smiling. Like, from this angle, it looks like you can see his teeth, but that's actually, from what I can tell, not his teeth. It's just a weird red smile. Aside from that, I really love this figure. Moving down, he's got his lab coat, his signature gloves, boots, and everything. This figure is great. He has rotatable head. He's got articulation in the elbows, and that comes up to about here, limited to his coat. He's got articulation in the elbows, and strangely enough, the gloves actually don't move. It's his elbows that have a swivel in them. So you can make poses like this, but the actual joint where it bends and moves is there and not the actual gloves themselves, which I think that's interesting. He has no waist articulation, and his range of movement for his legs are pretty limited due to his lab coat. The lab coat is made of a hard plastic, so do not expect to bend. Same with these up here. These are a hard plastic. Cortex also has bends at the knees, and he does have a swivel in the same spot as Cortex's elbow swivel, so you can technically move his boots. So the figure does not stand too good on his own. He's a bit top heavy, but this figure feels really good. His legs are a bit jiggly loose, but it's not a huge deal. Underneath on his feet, just like Crash, he has the pegs if you want to put a stand, which I definitely recommend because of just how top heavy this figure is. This figure is very, very top heavy and is prone to falling over easily. You can also see back here he has a bit of a sculpt there where his head is connected, but you can see Head Start and Activision on the back of his coat, and even some kind of, I guess, figure number. I don't know exactly what that is, but this figure looks great. I absolutely love it. It's so nice to have an actual Cortex figure. I never got the Resource one back in the day, and that was pretty much it. There wasn't really any other Cortex figures aside from like small little ones or that Crash Team Racing figure, but that didn't really come off of the cart unless you forced it. But these figures are amazing. I absolutely love them. And I really hope these come to the US. Please, if anybody from this company, Head Start or Imports Dragon, or any one of you guys sees this video, please bring these to the United States. I want to buy more of these, and I would if I could. We'll put Aku Aku and Uka Uka right there. Make it look like that scene from Twin Sandy where the masks get thrown on the ground by the evil twins. And we're going to take a look here at the scaling of Sonic and Mario for comparison. So let's take a look quick. Apologies for the unedited video cut here. I'm doing this in a short amount of time, but I really wanted to show these off. Okay, so we're back. And here's Sonic for comparison. He fits really great with Crash here. Sonic is also a bit top heavy. Let's see. We're gonna do this. We're gonna put them up against the wall. That way they can stand up without toppling. There we go. So as you can see, he fits great with that. And then here's Mario. And as you can see, these figures really fit really well. It's almost like they were made from Jakks. I mean, they fit perfectly. That's pretty much all I gotta say about these figures. I love them. If you can find them, congratulations, because they are extremely hard to find. Like I said, I had to pay scalper prices on eBay and have them shipped to the US. If you're trying to find them and you're in the United States, eBay is your best bet, because these are impossible to find here, apparently, at the time of this recording. So hopefully that'll change. I really hope it does, because these figures are so awesome. They are so cool. It's nice to have articulated Crash figures that look great, and it's awesome. I love these. So that's pretty much all for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.